One message for you two from your aunt. She will bust both of you in the head. Can y'all hear me?
Not rocket science,
I think you, like me, have a face for radio.
Can y'all hear me?
We gonna play with the players we got. Next man up.
That's why it sucks.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
This kind of unprofessionalism does not need to be tolerated. I mean it. Like,
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
what the hell is going on here? Just all hang up.
Another episode of the BS Podcast.
Hang
I'm your
on,
host,
hang
Quincy
on,
Moran.
hang on. There's all kinds of noise in my ear now.
Oh, jeez.
We need a little bit more professionalism.
You're in the show. Everybody can see you now. I didn't see the opener. I don't know where we're at. Maybe it's just me, but welcome everybody to another episode of the BS Podcast. It is I, your humble servant, the Q Dog, as we welcome Austin Dash and Wild Bill into the studio as well. Is Alabama has the largest comeback in playoff history, down 17-0 to beat the OU Boomer Sooner in Norman on the road, 34-24. Roll Tide, boys. How we doing?
Roll Tide. I'm doing good. Doing good. I don't hear nothing coming out of Norman, Oklahoma, though.
Just like Austin, they must be on mute.
Whoopsie daisy. I said I need a baby aspirin after that.
Lord have mercy.
I told Amber, I said, how do I know I got a strong heart? Because I ain't died yet watching Alabama football.
That's right. Guys, I got to tell you, I'm extremely impressed with Alabama's win over OU. But I'm here to tell you, that Oklahoma football team is young, and they're going to be a problem for years to come. So Alabama's got a lot of work to do. But to go into Norman, and you just heard it. You heard even Coach Saban. You heard them talk about it pregame. The electric environment and what was going on there. It's like one of those places, Wild Bill, like South Carolina, where it's like it's a secret, but it's very difficult to play. And what impressed you most from this football game?
Resiliency. Because I thought when we got down 17-0, I thought, we're fixing to get run out of Norman, Oklahoma. And,
that's right.
But, they showed us one play can turn a whole game.
Truly.
The one play to Brooks on that catch seemed like it turned the whole game.
What a catch.
And the defense stepped up when he finally got out of the just rush. You got to show them blitz if you're not blitzing even.
Well, yeah. And we were getting home when we were bringing extra guys, and Mateer couldn't handle the pressure, and we stopped doing it at one point. And I was like, come on, guys, that was working. He wasn't handling pressure well. But my word, and what kudos to the Alabama team for not giving up like the fans almost did.
No, the fans did. Let's not get it twisted. The fans did. I had an X post typed out. And that X post said, Tuscaloosa, your toast is ready. And I sat there and looked at it and I said, you know what? I can't do this right now. I cannot send this. I've got to give these guys an opportunity to win. And I'm telling you, I am so impressed with the resiliency, like you said, Wild Bill, that this team presented tonight, because they could have laid down. And I'm with you guys that play by Latsier Brooks, the catch where he just caught it behind his body, then the catch on the touchdown, 4th down. I think his decision that he was not going to be denied a touchdown, the way he played, that the rest of that play, the yards after catch, the fight, the way he jumped through the air like
Mhm.
an acrobat, like he was a torpedo.
Which play?
Went on fourth down, we went for it, and
Oh,
Brooks
yep.
caught the ball, and then it was like, there's no way I'm not going to score a touchdown. You could just tell in his body that he wasn't going to have it. It's a touchdown or die. And
And Herb Street kept saying, if Alabama comes back to win it, that will be the play that started it. And it
Yeah.
did.
And-
It started a downhill momentum from there on.
I think there's a lot to build on. I think Ty Simpson defied the odds and had a very solid football game. We'll go back and we'll review it at some point, look at the numbers. But Ty Simpson was playing Ty Simpson football tonight, the way he threw the football. I think,
Anticipation, it would be a big word for me.
Austin, I think that missed catch by Bernard, I really think when they go back and review it, there's a high probability that he lost the ball behind the defender because he was on the ground.
That's possible. It had to be either that or that guy barreling right towards your head.
Could be.
That's about the only two options.
And then I guess the rule was followed on that kick. I want Alabama to win no matter what, but I feel terrible for that kicker being so money, and that field goal looked good.
Lamagna said that it has to be the whole ball has to be inside the upright.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
So that's the only thing I can see. It was close, but I saw it start curving, and I said he missed it. And then they gave the hand motion. I said, "Oh my gosh, he really missed it." I'm more shocked by him being short on the other one.
I think the wind. I think
it didn't help.
Were they? Was he kicking?
My heart.
Was he kicking it? Yeah, I bet. Was he kicking into the wind?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. There you have it. Because I think the wind gust got up to 26 miles an hour.
So is that why Talty's had plenty of leg?
Yeah. I'll tell you this.
With the wind.
I'll tell you what, Austin. Whatever you have for dessert tonight, it better involve copious amounts of crow, because nobody hated Talty more than you. Like, you wanted him to get his arms and legs chopped off and thrown on a raft down the Nile River, and I think that's putting it nicely. So, I've got eyes on ESPN. DeBoer is live, talking to Scott Van Pelt. So I think the presser is going to be, obviously it's going to be later, but I'm dying to hear what he says. So we'll just we'll stand by for the press conference and say, but
I'm still trying to find it.
I emailed you, so just go ahead and check your email.
I got you.
And then what has to happen, guys, we're going to do a little production live on the air. What has to happen is you click, when you click in there, there'll be a press conference that kind of shows you it's up and coming. And then you just got to keep an eye on it, kind of keep refreshing it, and it will come up. But
got you. Okay.
Wow, Bill, what do you think about the defensive play? Zabian Brown, I think that sort of sealed the direction of the game. When he got loose, I know that Womack's defense confused Mateer, and Mateer looks like a different quarterback with his hand healed up. So I think he was at his best tonight, which is great because you want to play against the best competition, advance, and then take on the next opponent. But however this defense did it, because it looked like there was no hope, Wild Bill, in the beginning. But Zabian Brown, I mean, what a heads up play. And Mateer's not a little guy. He had an opportunity to sack him, but
he wasn't going to try to. He's worth flagging.
That's when I had gone down to the gym.
He didn't want to get that right hand in the way to.
No doubt.
Hey guys, we've got Grubb and Womack up on here now.
Do it. Go for it.
Okay, let me get it on here. Well, okay. Let me send it to this screen loud. You guys hear that?
Got him back out on the field.
Yes.
Where are they?
Okay.
His mindset and his perseverance is special. Really, really.
Do you see it?
No.
Oh, well, that's odd. Oh, okay. There it is now. Okay. There we go.
There you are.
Turn it up some if you can, Austin.
Let me try to here.
Well, I think there's obviously a finality to it. You know, certainly you're back against the wall mentality. I think everything feels a little bit more on
Staying this all the way up.
There's, as much as you'd love the week 2 game to be just as important.
It's better. Just mute us, Austin.
When you have that
Okay.
mentality, win or go home, I think that certainly that puts some different value on the game, I guess.
I mean, I think we have been playing like a winner go home mentality all season long. It's a mentality thing as much as anything. You know, you think about where we were coming out of the Florida State game. These players have had a supreme urgency to get themselves better every single week. And that's great teams just get better. They just take little steps to go out on a Tuesday practice and go out and prepare. I thought our guys, they prepared with the same level of dedication that they've been preparing for all season long, and it put us in a position to go fight and win the game. But, you know, the cool thing about the playoffs, I mean, we didn't come here to win the first round of the playoffs. We're going to enjoy the hell out of this. We're going to celebrate it with our players. We're going to talk to them and praise the things that they did well. But we got to correct the things that we didn't do well enough as well as we move into the second round. So great job by our guys, but this is not the end for us.
Two more questions, starting with the back right room.
For both of you, I mean, down 17-0, no one outside of the building thinks you guys have a chance. Why was this team able to pull that off today?
You know, I would credit, unfortunately, a little bit of the SEC championship. You know, there was an address made, you know, just with the guys, the mentality that you have to have in a football game, that games aren't over when it's 14-0, especially when you're getting the ball in the second half. And I didn't feel the same resolve in Atlanta that I felt here tonight. You know, I didn't feel like the guys were, even when it was 17-0, you know, talking to Ty on the headset, getting with some of the coaches, I felt like there was a belief that, you know, the defense was going to make a play, we were going to make a play, and nobody was giving up. And, you know, ultimately something happens and springs it loose. And you know, that's what it really takes, is to keep that momentum and that mindset. Somebody has to make a play eventually. And when you do, and you have a big play, it brings it all to life.
Yeah, you don't win those games without great culture. You have a great team culture. You got a bunch of fighters, a bunch of punchers. That wasn't who we were a year ago. We learned how to do that. We fought to do that. We prepared in the offseason. Dave Ballou and our fourth quarter program, and Jeff Allen getting players back. Our players, our leaders stepping up in those moments. We've learned how to fight, and so now we have a culture of fighters. You know, and that starts with our head coach, who's a puncher, and it just rubs off on the rest of our coaching staff and our players, and that's how you win games like that.
Finish up with Joe, right front and middle.
Coach Grubb, can you talk about the utilization of different offensive linemen tonight, whether it was seeing Jaden Roberts for the first time in quite some time, and so obviously you've been mixing in Gino Vanderwaart, just the mixing of the offensive line still, and to be able to have a performance like this?
Well, really, the starting lineup's the starting lineup, with Michael at right tackle and Wilkin at right guard, and really was more of just keeping guys healthy and keeping them fresh. So just giving the guys a blow there for a series, got J-Rob in there. And then Dew and Gino have been rotating a little bit for quite a while. And a little bit of that's, you know, Dewberry's foot, just trying to make sure he's okay. And Gino's banged up as well. So those two older guys is like 0.5 and 0.5, and they make one guy. But they did a good job.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, thanks, guys. Roll
Thanks.
Tide.
Roll Tide.
We'll be joined next with Coach Kalen DeBoer. He'll be along with Ty Simpson and Deontay Lawson. Yes, we'll have other players will be.
Hey, Josh, check your text message real quick if you would. What's up, everybody? If you join us live real quick, this is the interim between interviews. We just had offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb and defensive coordinator Kane Womack, while Coach DeBoer was on with ESPN. Coach DeBoer and Ty Simpson are coming into into the chairs here in just a few minutes, but we are here. If you're joining us live, Alabama has had the largest comeback in college football playoff history, coming back from 17 points down, scoring an unanswered, what was it, boys? 27 points before closing the deal and beating Oklahoma in the first round of the playoffs on the road, 34-24. And as we wait for Coach DeBoer, guys, I think Coach DeBoer is answering some questions about his ability to win on the road. I think he answered plenty of those questions this evening, and now he's going bowling for roses. Josh, your thoughts real quick before Coach DeBoer shows up. You're muted.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say because that first quarter and a little bit of the second quarter was it was dog shit to watch. And I honestly, it looked like the same team that had came out the last 3 or 4 games and struggled. We couldn't run the ball. We couldn't do anything basically. And then all of a sudden, it's like somebody went to the sideline and like literally took a power switch and turned it on. And then the team wakes up. And I'm just wondering, I'm happy it happened, but I'm wondering why it took so long. But at the end of the day, it happened. And maybe that's what we needed to really carry this forward, because I think we match up really well with Indiana. They're not they're good on offense. I know they got the Heisman Trophy winner. He's got a lot of he's got some low numbers for a Heisman Trophy winner. You look at the game against Ohio State. I think it's going to be good. 2 good defenses going at it again. And we're at the Rose Bowl. We performed great there. Indiana's in uncharted territory. I think we might come out there. And we got a chance now. Our offense woke up. And we don't know these teams. These teams don't know each other. So,
right.
We're not entering into something where, the only thing I'm worried about is Curt Cignetti and his ability to motivate his team and get them to stay on point. But from what I saw from quarters 2, 3, and 4, we're here now. We showed up. Ryan Williams didn't, but everybody else did.
Hey, it's nice to say for the first time in a few years, Alabama has a really good defense.
Man,
it is nice to say that.
Man, they played great.
And also, I told Amber, if you'd told me that Alabama would score 34 points against Oklahoma's defense, I'd have called you a liar.
Yeah, and all those people out there that took the under just lost a ton of money, because 34-24. I think it was supposed to be like 37 or 40 points at all, and it ended up being 58. So nobody made money tonight unless you were trying to throw money away, and you won.
Josh, I think the last time I saw it on TV or maybe on McAfee, it was like 41.5 or something.
Yeah,
like
it's such a low number, but I mean, it was an offensive game. But I mean, our team, we won the turnover battle like everybody said we needed to do, and we did it. And blocked punts. Our special teams actually played well. The punters sucked everybody sucked in the first quarter and a half.
Sure did. They sure did.
Even the punter played well in the last. He had a great punt. He pinned them deep. Talty comes out there with his big balls and hits 2. I mean, their kicker misses 2. Poetic justice, loser.
Amber said, isn't he the best kicker in the country? I said, well, he was.
All right, Austin, go ahead and mute us, and let's get Coach DeBoer. Let's get Jeremy and Ty Simpson in here. Roll Tide, guys.
Yeah, just couldn't be more proud of these guys. The resiliency, it's been kind of a theme all season long, but showed up tonight in a big way on the road, down 17, and coming back the way we did, just 1 score at a time, and just really stayed the course. Each side of the ball had their moments and big plays, and we just kept plugging away. But it's last night we talked about it being a team that's going to have to come out here and play together, and that's exactly what I saw tonight. And so could be more proud of these guys.
Thanks, Coach. Let's take questions for Ty or Deontay first. Let's start on the right side with Nick right here.
Yeah, Ty, that first touchdown drive when you scored the 4th and 2, what What was your message and kind of mentality at that point in the game?
Keep going. That's kind of been our message all season. Situational football, right? Like, I mean, there's probably a number of times where we've been in that situation before. Just kind of did what we do, right? Like I knew my read, knew what was going on. We got really good players, so Latsier made a really good play, and he scored. So it's kind of what happened.
So Colin, next.
In a similar vein, but that y'all were down or up 3, backed up against your goal line. What was kind of the message for the defense to kind of stand tall and keep Oklahoma kind of back there?
Yeah, we knew we had to be aggressive in that moment. We just wanted to get, the best field position for our offense, force a punt right there. Yeah, that was really the main message. Just be aggressive and just keep doing our job.
Go to the far left of the room to Katie.
For both players, Coach Grubb just said he feels like what happened in the SEC championship game helped y'all come back tonight, and he kind of saw a different resolve in the team tonight. Do you feel the same way that what happened in the last time out kind of helped tonight?
Yeah, I guess we can thank you guys for that. I mean, y'all kind of wrote us off, in a sort of way. So appreciate that.
Oh yeah, Ty Simpson.
He just said it.
I love it.
That's when we at our best.
So Tony on the right side.
How big was the catch by Lottie Brooks on that third down, I guess, on the first scoring drive? And just when you have receivers that make plays like that, how much confidence does it give you?
I mean, those guys have been doing that all year. So, I expect them to make, plays like that. Big time players make big time plays in big time games. We have about 85 scholarship players who are big time players. So that's what happens. And, Jern made a great play. And Latsier
Talk that crap.
I mean, there was just a number of plays out there, so not just one.
So Trevor in the back right.
I love that.
This room have been doubting you. How does it feel to silence the doubters and do it coming back from down 17-0 like you guys did today?
What did Kobe say? We're not done yet. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, my man just referenced Kobe.
And correction, that's Deontay Lawson. My apologies, not Joey Bernard.
Kobe.
No, we didn't expect 50 Cent to show up, but crazy thing about that is
Trash.
we always listen to Mini Man on Friday, so we definitely got some juice right there for sure.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know that was 50 Cent until later. But I did know that song, so.
But I didn't know it was live.
Yeah.
Yeah, for both players, was there a moment in the game where you guys knew that you guys were going to make a comeback and then you had them?
Man, I just think we're a resilient team, and even though we were down 17-0, we didn't really look at the scoreboard. We know Coach DeBoer always say keep playing, the game will come back to you. So that's been our mindset all year, and we know we're a resilient bunch, and we just gonna keep fighting.
Yeah, there wasn't a doubt in my mind at all. I mean, the guys that we have, the players, the coaches, like 17-0's. I mean, it's nothing to us. Give us the ball, we'll go down, do what we do. Give them the ball, they'll go down and do what they do. That's all.
All right, thanks, guys. Players are dismissed.
Roll Tide.
If you have a question for Coach, raise your hand.
Talk that stuff.
Right here in the front right with Chase.
He's got a SHIT eating grin on.
I want to bring you back to third quarter. You're up 7. You got a 4th and 6, and you kick a field goal there to go up 10 with Talty. Y'all have been aggressive on 4th down all year. Was there any thought there to going for that 4th and 6, or was it an easy choice to get the 3 points and go up 10?
No, that's a good question. I think to go up 10, make it a 2-score game, give us that cushion there. Felt like we were in a good field goal range, and just outside of probably 6 yards, 7 yards, a lot of different things they can dial up. But we went for it earlier, and that was in 2 to 3, I think, in the first quarter or second quarter, and that was probably a little different situation, especially when you got your backs to the wall. But when we got the lead, taking a 2-score lead, that was actually a pretty easy decision on that one.
a season ago, there were times where you guys would get down and not be able to bounce back, specifically here even. What do you think prepared your guys to be able to bounce back in this game tonight?
No, you're exactly right. Especially on the road, right? We couldn't overcome, and a lot of times it's just guys making plays and just continue to stay the course. And we just talked about that so much this off season. A couple of things, just what we're going to do and how you chip away. You can't go score a 17-point touchdown. You got to score one score, even if it's 3 points. And that's what our guys did. I really felt, and I know ZB got the interception right before the half. That was big, but I was actually feeling really good about the spot we were in before that. If we can go in 17-10 and get the ball to start the third quarter, we've clawed our way back in. It's going to be one that goes down to the wire. And then the interception really just, man, it gave us a lot of life going to the locker room at halftime. And so we fed off that, and guys, I think realized like 0-0 game. And just went out there and just kept applying more pressure. And the field position really in the second half, or as this game went on, kind of flipped from what it was in the first quarter, where we couldn't move the ball. They got shorter fields, and then we got the punt, the block there, and that kind of got the shorter field kind of thing going for us, and that carried on to the second half, which helped us a lot.
We got 2 questions from the right, starting with Colin.
You clearly saw, a very, very confident Ty Simpson. And there's been, talk of his struggles and if he's hurt and things like that going into this game. What did you see out of him, especially in that second half to kind of, I guess, lead that resurgence for you?
I saw a guy committed to just bringing energy, and your quarterback's so important. And obviously with Ty and our success revolving around what he can do, he committed to it last night, and said it to the whole team, that I'm just going to give you everything I got from an energy standpoint. And I think that just led to him going out there and making some plays. Him pulling on the ball on some times when you could just hand it off, a little bit of the RPO stuff. Him doing that in some critical moments. It was really great to see him do that. And then our guys go make some plays for him was the second part of it. Something that when we're struggling, just someone not stepping up. I felt like they did that in the first quarter. They made some diving catches and along the sideline, and we were just, coming up short. But guys started making plays for him. He started having confidence in them, and they found a way to move the ball.
Ty talked about being fueled by the doubt and some of the naysayers here. Just how do you feel yourself off the momentum, and how do you capitalize, maybe just bottle this right here that you have after this game?
Yeah, there's no question. The doubt piece, there's enough confidence within our group to where we just can't. We can see the doubters, we can see the naysayers, and just go still play our game. And this group is tight enough to where there's never been any finger pointing. There's never been anything like that. I think Deontay said it, really, really well. We always talk about the game's going to come back to us. We have too many good players, and if you just keep fighting, you're gonna force them to make a mistake. Something's going to happen, and just keep coming after them, play after play, and the game's going to come back to you. And that's what happened tonight. The game came back to us, and all of a sudden we found opportunities where we could attack and go take advantage, and then more plays being made. So this was, hopefully something we can really build off of, get into, the next 2 weeks now, again, putting a good game plan together, get a chance to go on the road, go out west and play in the Rose Bowl.
Go with Charlie right in the front.
How big were special teams tonight? Last time you guys played, obviously that was something, but you guys flipped the script this time around. How big was it, especially in the second half?
Really big. The punt early in the game, and obviously Talty making his field goals. Windy, it was kind of swirling. You stand on one end, it's going one way, it kind of gets inside the stadium, goes the other. Just didn't really feel like he was affected by it, and really proud of him, the way he's continued to just stay the course, get the team to, support him by just continuing to work. And the guys have done that. Again, no finger pointing ever, and just love it. Love the way these guys come together. So we know there's gonna be more battles ahead. There's more great teams out there. It's going to be the next one against Indiana. We know that they're a special team and they got a special season going, and so it'll be a great challenge for us.
So Katie on the far left.
Watson had his first 2 touchdowns of the season tonight. Just kind of how have you seen him all year grow into a role in the offense as a true freshman and then really step up tonight in big moments?
Those are his first 2 total. Yeah, the guy, he's got twitch. He's got the ability to separate, and then he's really good with the ball in his hands. And so I think you saw a little bit of all that happen, whether it would be on third down there in the first half, the touchdowns, winning before you catch the ball, and the other one winning after you have the ball in your hands. And so love the energy he brings. He's pretty loose, easy going, and sometimes I make sure I got to reel him in a little bit. But man, that's when he's at his best. So, just let him be who he is, kind of figuring out your players as you go through the season. He came out and had a great game, and, you can see him and Ty really connecting and being on the same page.
So Jared standing up in the back.
Can you, back here, coach, back here. Can you take me to that timeout you used right before ZB's interception? Were you trying to lure them into a pass there to try to get that turnover? That was an aggressive timeout for you. You only had one left.
Yeah, we had one more. Was it a second down? It was second down. And so just really, if you can try to, if they want to be aggressive and you can get an incomplete pass, we can get one more shot. Again, you've seen us go down the field at the end of a half and try to get 3 points, 7 points, make them have to punt it, especially with what had happened earlier. You can go after them and just keep applying pressure, make them snap it again. And just felt like where we were at in the field, I know they got a really good field goal kicker, but they weren't far from being in his range either. But that's just how we've kind of played, and you're not reckless, but you also want to be aggressive.
Up in the back right, Trevor.
Coach, down 17-0, what's the vibe on the sideline? What's the vibe on the headset? What were you guys saying to each other in that moment?
Ty seemed pretty confident. But I think it just goes back to that. I know what I was echoing and trying to get guys to believe in is just one score, just get one score. And, you make it even a 10-point game going to the half, and you just get one more in the third quarter, make it a 1-score game or, just chip away. A year ago when we were in this very place, that's what we had said. We were down, I think 21 points at one point. And, we just said, hey, if we can get 7 points on the board by the end of the third quarter, and we had an opportunity there right at the beginning of the fourth, a play that wasn't called a touchdown, but, we just knew that just get one. And those are things in the offseason we've talked about, like, what do you do when you're in that spot? And just chip away, just put a pressure on them. Even at the end, it flips the other way, right? I mean, they got their opportunities too. You just want to put the game away, but there's 2 good teams going at each other. And so that was our mindset. Just play the next play, get some points on the board, and just keep coming after them. There's a whole half of football. It's the games can go fast, but it's a long game. There's a lot of plays. There's a lot of momentum swings that are going to happen, and our guys were just steady through it all.
And we only have time for a few more questions on the left side.
Yeah, Kalen, Coach Grubb said that there was an address either during or after the Georgia game, the SEC championship game, about getting away from you. Can you explain what that was, and how did the SEC championship performance impact you guys today when you were down 17?
What was the first part you said? There was
Coach Grubb said it was an address of some kind, either during or after that game, about how that went and how that carried over into this game.
Yeah, I mean, what's done is done, and once we got into the playoffs, this was our opportunity, right? That we wanted that game. We want to win an SEC championship. What was behind us, it wasn't anything we could control anymore, but greatness lies in the future. And so that's what we really focus on. And in having a couple of weeks, and we knew we'd get some of these guys back and healthy. And that was key, I think, for us to feel that, hey, we can become the team that we know we're capable of. And so, don't overthink it. It's a lot of guys doing a little bit better in everything that they can control. And when that happens, that's really what happened even during the game tonight. Everyone just did a little bit better. And everyone, then all of a sudden, because of the players you have, they go make a play and, change a game. And so Just everyone kind of owning their space, owning the issues that we had in the past, correcting it, and just being all in. That was a message here the last couple of days, just being all in. And so that was really the case, since that game 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the block punt from Tim Keenan in the second quarter. Just what did that do momentum wise for you guys? And were y'all going after it? What kind of play did Keenan make on
Yeah, we weren't going after it. I think it's just we were in pretty much a conservative situation there, and so just way it got dropped, and he picked up the ball. I mean, the field position against an Oklahoma team is so critical with their defense. So that was huge. That was really huge for us, and the takeaways and the field position just really kind of was the opposite of the first game back at home. There's more things we can point to as well, but that was the case. We got the interception for a touchdown, and we got the shorter field there in that case, and took advantage of it.
Has Ty been doing anything different ball security wise? It seems like he's been doing a better job not fumbling when he gets sacked.
Just being really conscious of it. We're just talking about that all the time, and all of our guys. But again, I mean, the ball was out a couple times tonight, and we just gotta. It's something you can just not take for granted ever, and how important it is. And sometimes he's in those, but he knows he's got to take care of the football, and that's a priority for our football team. It has been all season, and it was good to see him. I know he got hit a few times, but he took care of it, and that first and foremost was what he needed to do.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We'll be joined by Latia Brooks, Keon Sabb, and Xavier Brown here shortly.
Wow, guys, we're gonna get another round. You guys want to dip away and just wrap the show? You want to hear from Latier and Xavier Brown? What do you want to do, gents?
Wrap it up.
Josh, you're on mute.
I have to go to Houston in the morning, so I would like to say our piece.
All right. Well, you guys just heard right there from the head football coach at the University of Alabama after Alabama beats OU 34-24 in a mighty comeback. And just as I sit here listening to, Coach DeBoer talk, the players talk, watching these plays that were very instrumental in Alabama's comeback and win. Josh, I know we talked a little bit about it. I'll go to each one of you guys. What do you take away from Ty's personality? He went Donald Trump on the media there for a minute.
Fake news.
He's like, I guess we have you guys to thank for doubting us and writing us off. Josh, what are your thoughts?
Well, we have them to thank for actually doubting them, is my opinion. But at the end of the day, they finally got it together and they performed when they needed to. But I like the confidence, and there had to have been something wrong with Ty Simpson and his health, because
he was a different player tonight.
He looked night and day different. He looked like he had in the streak. He was throwing it accurately. He had a few throws where he was off, but I mean, he had some drop balls that could have changed the game before the game was changed, and advanced what we were already doing, our lead or whatever. I mean, Bernard drops a ball, like Ryan Williams. I don't even know who he is. Like, I don't even know if he needs to be on the field at this point, because his confidence is so shot, and to be that weak of a player to where you're that good and you can't get it together, that's not the kind of player I want on the field.
Lotzier is too good to not have those reps.
Yeah, Lotzier's in. Ryan Williams is out. I think that's evident that that's the way it's going to be going forward. I mean, Ryan Williams he got like one catch for 5 yards. But, at the end of the day, I love the confidence, but it's finally good to see them actually do something with the confidence instead of just saying words and then going down 17-0, and you look like it's the same script. And then all of a sudden they turn it around. So
for Alabama to score, 27 points offensively against this OU defense, I think speaks volumes to just exactly what you said. Ty Simpson is back, and some of the throws he made tonight, Wild Bill.
Down the field, my word.
Yeah, the long ball was on, and Latier Brooks caught it, made an NFL catch. Wild Bill, your thoughts on what you heard in the press conference, and anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this up?
No, Jam Miller to me looks like he's still hurt.
Yeah.
Twice he goes up to the line of scrimmage and just stops.
Yeah.
They tackle. Hill, at least he's hitting a hole and going. We got to do something about our run game. But y'all are talking about Ryan, and I agree with Josh. I wouldn't have him on the field.
Yeah, he's no longer a decoy either because he's not a threat.
Right. Down there, right before I think Brooks scored, well, maybe a play or two before, we threw the ball over to the right side. Ryan Williams was going to the end zone. His back, he didn't even know what play was going on. His back was to our offense. He didn't know what was happening. He's just standing down there at the goal line with his back to the offense.
Really?
Yeah, because I told Cindy, I said, look at Ryan Williams standing there with his back to the offense, standing on the goal line. I said, I'd pull his rear end out, and I'd tell him to get over on the bench.
Wow.
And, but I was a typical Alabama fan. I said, it's over. 17-0, it's over.
Yeah, I was screaming.
We
loud.
can't even catch a ball. We can't stop them.
At one point, I know for sure that I said we couldn't catch a cold butt naked in Alaska.
Yeah.
But Cindy wanted to know what I knew about those. I told her that kicker, his pink thong he wore tonight was too tight. That's why he missed them 2 field goals.
Oh, here we go.
Was his shorts too high, Bill?
Yeah, he had his Daisy Dukes on with his pink thong, and it messed him up.
Oh no!
A little smoke thrown by Wild Bill.
Yeah,
Austin, as I go to you, I was talking to Josh, earlier when I was in the gym, and we experienced Ty Simpson 1 week. I think it was in South Carolina, maybe, where he had somebody get in his face on the field, a defender, and then he turned into Super Ty.
Yeah,
Let that come back.
Tonight.
Exactly.
They
They just showed that play. Josh didn't see it, but that Ty Simpson, I hope he remains true through the rest of the playoffs. This is not a normal Indiana team, so I know they're going to finish celebrating probably in 5 minutes and get to looking at Indiana. But what stands out to you in this instant reaction press conference game? What do you want to say, Austin Dash?
Well, one thing that really stuck out to me tonight is once the long ball was there, the defense had to stop committing to rushing as many people, and that freed up the run game. So I'm hoping that's something we see going forward is if you're going to send all these guys and put our guys in one-on-one coverage, Jeremy Bernard is going to embarrass you. Isaiah Horton's going to catch it. If Ty gets these guys the balls that we've missed on so far this year, Lotzier, Isaiah, Jeremy, you're going to regret sending 5 or 6 guys. So that stuck out to me. And it was like a light switch. It's wild. 34-7 run is mind blowing to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you.
And I will say though, I'm glad we don't have to play Oklahoma again, because that defense is tough. And I don't know that there's many defenses, and I may get crucified for this, but I don't know that there's many defenses left in the college football playoff as good as Oklahoma.
I don't.
You got Ohio State. I mean, you got to say something with that one. So I mean,
Well,
but
too, you got Indiana. I mean, I watched a little bit of their, the series, just the highlights from them and OU here is on on ESPN, and they look nasty. They look like they've never looked in my time.
I didn't say there are none. I said there aren't many.
That's a fair point.
I like the matchup against Indiana, though.
I do too, and I'll tell you what, I like the matchup if we were able to win against Texas Tech, because look, we just went into Norman, Oklahoma, somewhere we got our ass beat last year, and a night game in the playoffs. Huge. I mean, the atmosphere was insane.
I will say I thought we were cooked when 50 Cent came out. Somebody said, though, that it's wild that 50 Cent showed up and Oklahoma only had one quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, 50, I didn't know he was an Oklahoma fan, but he can kick rocks. But if you look at how our team performed after the first quarter, and it feels like we broke out of our slump, and
Agreed.
it feels like a big exhale from the whole team, not just the offense, the defense, even the special teams stepped up. Everybody on the team seemed to perform better after that. And I think that's something we can build on moving forward. Indiana, I don't believe is going to whoop our ass. I don't believe we're going to whoop their ass. I think it's going to be a really good game at a neutral field out in the Rose Bowl. And I think we're actually going to travel to this game, because I think Bama fans kind of stayed at home and did, because I don't think they wanted to go to Oklahoma and watch their team lose. They were waiting to go and see if we won the game, and then we'll go to California, and then we'll go to Atlanta, which is, if we win this game, we'll be in the next round, which is great for us.
Maybe a few Alabama fans in Atlanta.
It might be a few, and there won't be a lot of I don't know, whoever makes it, but I don't. We did something tonight that I didn't think we were going to do. I thought we were going to lose, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially after the first quarter and a half, and I'm not going to doubt them now moving forward. I think that they figured something out. And you saw DeBoer's face; he looked like a kid in a candy store. I think we're going to build on it. It looks like we're going to build on it. To me, I think the team is fired up, and I think they're focused, and they figured it out, and they're going to keep getting better. That's what I think.
Hey, I got a question to ask. I thought if the quarterback got hit in the head, that was supposed to be a penalty.
Yes, sir.
Is it not?
It's as I understand it, it's supposed to be. And it's funny you bring that up, because I was going to, just before we closed the program, I was going to talk about how poorly this game was officiated, because there were two instances that were pretty blatant. Was Chris Fowler said that was real close. It was like, no, that was directly a penalty both times.
Yeah.
And then I look at the officials and the calls they missed that we saw, and I've got to say, it was clearly off. Formby was offsides on that big, first down catch that Bernard had. So there were plenty of no calls against Alabama and OU. So I think it probably, evened out.
Somebody posted about that one. I said, well, that one's getting back for that offsides they missed earlier on Oklahoma.
Have mercy, dude. I mean, it's just,
Well,
when
one
you're
guy for Oklahoma, he was lining up all the time offside.
Mm-hmm.
Well, too, one of those 3 and outs that we had, clearly, as clear as day, the defensive back grabbed our jersey, pulled it away from our shoulder pads, impeding our ability to catch the ball.
Then they call Bray the exact same type of play. Not even as much contact as that one. They call it a pass interference.
I thought Bray had his hand on the guy for too long down the field, and that's probably what sealed it. It was a great defensive play either way.
Yeah. My favorite was Kirk said he never got his head around to the ball, and then as soon as they show the replay, there's Bray. I said, except for where he turned his eyes back to the ball.
Yep. Yep. I think, guys, I just think there's a lot to talk about. Looking forward to the Monday program. Stats will be very interesting to cover. But Alabama,
I already looked at them, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I'll wait till Monday.
I've got them right here too.
It's like a flip flop.
yeah, we'll see what it looks like. But it is eerie how the turnovers, the punt block, I mean, even to the pick six, how it all went our way. So similar to the game in Tuscaloosa. Just less mistakes. And I like one of the things that the reporters asked Coach DeBoer as well, which is Ty's ball security has gotten better. I mean, his awareness is still lacking because he didn't feel a 270-pound juggernaut running at him full speed. But he got tackled and he held on to the ball. And so, I've got to give props tonight. If I give anybody player of the game props, it's got to start with Latsier Brooks. That young
His
man,
first 2 touchdowns ever.
Yeah, with what he did, the way he caught the ball, and the way that he played the game, it would just blow you away that those are his first 2 touchdowns. But I think we have a core developing. Cuevas really showed us why he is who he is, and made some great catches. So he's very impactful to the game. And I would tend to disagree a bit. I think Daniel Hill had a couple of good runs, but when I see a running back that's over 240 pounds try to sidestep a defensive back when he should just mow him over, I hope he builds his confidence. But I really thought that maybe we should see some AK Deer with some speed. So
Especially after they were gassed.
we've got some problems to figure out. But tonight we celebrate a victory, because I'm just telling you, I picked Alabama to win on the show, but like I said on the show, I had zero confidence that we were going to go in there, and they were proving me right for a quarter and some change, and then something switched. And I think that switch was Latsier Brooks.
Yeah, I just watched his second touchdown. It's a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
So was the first one, but I mean, the second one too.
I want to say kudos to Deontay Lawson, tore his ACL in Norman last year and come back tonight and had 10 tackles.
Yeah, tonight he tore some ass.
Well, our defense started out with no pressure, and they were successful. And to Austin's credit, when we started bringing and here's the thing, I think the challenge is you don't know if you have confidence in your offense. So, how are you going to play the game? But after we finally started, after we scored and kind of, it seemed like we had the proverbial balls, if you will, to take some risk on defense, and we just started finding material everywhere. Yeah, and it was impressive.
If you don't think your offense can score, you got to play it safe sometimes. And
man, I love to see Bray Hubbard rush the quarterback or Red Morgan. I'm like, come on, send those safeties.
Yeah, dude, man, we could talk about the defense all night too.
Yeah, and everybody's talking about everybody else's defense. Like,
Bray
we got a good one.
Bray was a half second away from a strip sack.
Yep. And
freaking Lawson almost could have intercepted one if it would have got stuck in his helmet. I mean, and there was another play where who's number 31?
Keeley.
John Keeley.
Keeley played lights out.
We could have very well had another 1 or 2 turnovers. So
there's a lot to be proud of, guys. A lot tonight. We come away. I think DeBoer has answered some questions. Not only did he get to the playoffs, but somehow he beats a stingy defense from Oklahoma on the road. And now we go to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
And we will talk on Monday about what the Rose Bowl looks
going
like.
To Michigan.
Hey, somebody
going to Michigan.
Somebody go back and read the chat from the beginning of the game to the end. What a whirlwind of emotions. Like, I was hanging him out to dry, dude. I wanted him gone. I want you fired. Bring in D'Amico. I don't give a crap.
we definitely have to present some of that discussion and then play Damian Harris's comments because
Oh, Damian.
that's exactly the way that Alabama fans went.
I mean, what are we supposed to do? Who's whispering?
That's Jeannie saying I'm too loud here in the hotel.
I thought it was the
Oh,
voice.
I thought it was Aunt Cindy.
I thought it was the voices in my head.
Oh, they shout, Austin.
Hey.
They don't whisper.
The only other thing I want to say is y'all notice Brooks returned the first kickoff and got tackled at the 15. He fair called every one of them after that.
Hey, you know what though? It's like if you fair catch it, you're on the 25, right? I
Yeah.
mean, why not just fair catch it?
Hey, it was
Somebody
nice
got
to
him.
see.
Somebody
Not-
got in his ear.
It was nice to see Cole Adams catch that first punt. I told Amber, I said, we're already doing better than last game. I said, he didn't fumble it.
He got a couple little 10-yard returns too.
Yeah.
I mean, not bad. I mean, our
He'd had
special
a good
team,
one if not for a hold.
I was surprised by the whole team after the first
Yes,
quarter.
sir.
But the special teams, even the punter's loser self, because he sucks. Just not make no mistake about it. And he even played well. And I'm like, whoa, congrats. Good job, buddy.
No time like the present to peak, Alabama. That's probably the most complete second half you've played. Not to mention going on
three quarters.
27-0 run against that stingy defense. So
34.
34-7 was the run to end the game.
it was the run at the end of the game. Okay, well, 27
34-7.
unanswered points is true, is it not?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and wrap this episode up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thanks for the interaction on the chat. We appreciate you watching. Be sure to join us Monday night at 5:30 Central Time as we talk about this game in depth and we look ahead to Alabama, Indiana. Now, listen, we've started out already underdogs -6 for Indiana's here. So.
Oh, we play New Year's Day, baby. Let's go.
You know what's funny though is Signetti coached at Alabama and DeBoer coached at Indiana, so now we've swapped.
There we go. We'll take it. All right, boys.
Hey,
that's
two
it for
best
this.
coaches in Indiana history, ain't it?
Yeah, probably.
It's a fair point. That's it for this episode of the PS Podcast. Thank you so much for watching. For Austin Dash, Josh Moran, and Wild Bill, I'm Quincy Moran, your host. Thanks for the production tonight, boys. We will see you on Monday. Roll Tide, everybody.
Roll Tide, y'all.
Tide.
One message for you from your aunt. She will bust both of you in the head. Can y'all hear me?
Not rocket science, you know.
I think you, like me, have a face for radio.
Can y'all hear me?
We gonna play with the players we got. The next man up.
That's why it sucks.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
This kind of unprofessionalism does not need to be tolerated. And I mean it. Like,
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
what the hell is going on here? Just all hang up.
Another episode of the BS Podcast.
Hang
I'm your
on.
host,
Hang
Quincy
on.
Moran.
Hang on. There's all kinds of noise in my ear now.
Oh, jeez.
We need a little bit more professionalism.